हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
दंडवत प्रणाम।
Okay, so we'll begin today's session. So till yesterday, we have heard about how the advent of Lord Jagannath and then installation of Lord Jagannath by Brahma. Lord Brahma installs the deities of Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, and this about we have also heard about Snan Purnima also, right? So today we will discuss about Rath Yatra in detail. Um, so we will discuss on first. We will discuss where actually the first Rath Yatra took place. So uh, any idea, any answers? Any guesses? No one knows where first Rath Yatra took place.
वृंदावन माता जी।
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I vaguely remember how they look for the wood for her to make the ratha. That little bit I know.
Okay. Okay, so I'll share. Actually, somebody told Vrindavan, very close, but it is not in Vrindavan. It's in Kurukshetra. So actually, it's happened in the heart of the Vrajavasis. So in the heart of the gopis, the first Rath Yatra took place. So we all know that Krishna stayed for about 10 years or 11 years, 52 days, something like that in Vrindavan. And after that, he goes to the Mathura. And then from Mathura, after some time, he goes to Dwaraka and then he lives there. So, meanwhile, what happens? The gopis, the cohort boys, all his friends, and even the parents, the Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, everyone, once Krishna goes away from Vrindavan, they never meet Krishna. Only Nanda Maharaj, he goes to the Mathura, and after Kamsa is killed, he returns back to Vrindavan. After that, he will never go. So all throughout this time, like until Krishna becomes 125 years old, around 112 years of separation. So more than that, when the Lord's age is about 125 years, which is that during that time the Mahabharat war took place. So till that time, all the Brajavasis were in separation from Krishna externally and also, but internally they are united. We all know the concept of separation, being separated from the Lord. So internally you are united, but externally that makes them live. Like internal ecstasy is there, but externally they were in deep separation from Krishna, Vipralambha. That's what they were. They went through all those years. So when the Mahabharat war is about to begin, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna sends a message to all the devotees, to all the Vrajavasis, that they should all assemble at at the place called Kurukshetra during the solar eclipse. So by reading that message, all the Vrajavasis will become very, very happy. So all kinds of Rajavasis means though, I mean, all the living entities, all Rajavasis, they are all connected to Krishna in four rasas, right? So the devotees of, who are in Shantaras, who are in Sakyaras, who are in Vatsalya and Madhurya ras, everyone comes and assembles there in the Kurukshetra. So you all have to understand that when Krishna left Vrindavan, uh, they they were there. I mean, the Krishna was with them in his till his Pauganda age, till when he is in his youth. So after that, when he moves to Mathura, then Krishna comes to adolescent age, and then he gets married, and then he becomes a householder. He becomes a king. He becomes a Dwarakadish, and many kinds of transformations takes place in the physically in Krishna's body also, which is actually not known to gopis and Vrajavasis because they have never seen Krishna after those 11 years. Look, so they have the remembrance of Krishna of that age only. And they love Krishna to be of that age. And, they were feeling in separation from Krishna or of the person of that age. So what happens when they come to this Kurukshetra? So suddenly, the Vrajavasis were standing behind, and then thousands and thousands of people gather there because it is it's a solar eclipse, and you all know that during the eclipses, many people come to the holy places, holy tirth, to take bath. So but these Rajavasis were staying little at the back, and at the time, at that particular time, there were so many soldiers who come. Uh, the entourage of the procession of the soldiers come first, and with lot of pomp and there were drums played and conch shells were blown. When king arrives, there's a lot of pomp, right? So with that pomp and majesty, the Lord Krishna is arriving there in the Kurukshetra. So the first, so many soldiers will come. After that, the wives of Krishna, 16,108 wives, they arrive over there. So they all come in their own ratha. They all come in their own chariots. And then after that, Krishna comes. And then after that, Baldev comes. And then even Subhadramaya also comes. So like this, a great procession takes place. But when these Vrajavasis see Krishna from the far, they will recognize who is Krishna there. But they were not very happy seeing the Krishna, because they want to see the Krishna in the as a cowherd boy, not with the at this point of time Krishna is wearing golden jewels, and then with pomp, and he's having a helmet, he's having a shoes, he's wearing all ornaments, decorated with ornaments and all that. So this majestic look in his dress and decoration did not appeal to Vrajavasis. They could not connect with that kind of majesty, because Vrajavasis are very so simple, and they love Krishna to be, to be in a very simple way. So at that point of time, all the Vrajavasis, they started, in their mind, actually they started feeling more separation from Krishna when they saw this majestic form of the Lord. So because they only relished the childhood form of Krishna, so they felt very morose, and they were disturbed at the heart. But with that lot of emotions in the heart, when the Lord is on the rath, they imagine the Lord, they imagine themselves, that from their hearts they started tying the ropes to that, all the gopis, the mainly the gopis there, they started tying the ropes, from their hearts. They were meditating that they were tying the ropes from their hearts to the rath of the Jagannath, to the rath of Lord Krishna. And they were telling to Krishna that, hey Krishna, hey Sham Sundar, let's go to Vrindavan. Why are you in this majestic form? We can't, if you are like this, we can't talk to you, we can't meet you. Let us go to Vrindavan, remove this kingly dress, wear Vanamala, remove the mukut, and wear that peacock feather, hold the flute, and you don't wear chappal at all. So remove all this chappal and shoes and all that, and then walk barefoot, and fill the Vrajbhumi with your footprints, and then come there so that you can herd the cows and you can play the flute. So he, with those emotions, they were talking to Krishna, and they were pulling Krishna. Along with the Krishna, they were also pulling the wrath of Balaram and Subhadramayu also. So by pulling like that, they brought Krishna into their hearts. Actually, they're pulling Krishna to the Vrindavan, but actually they were pulling Krishna from their hearts to into their hearts only, which is not different from Krishna, not different from Vrindavan. So this is how the first Rath Yatra has taken place. So with this mood, with this mood only, even today, till today, the Rath Yatra festival is being celebrated. when we go to the Rath Yatra to Jagannath Puri, we should not think that, okay, we are just pulling the Rath. Even when we are pulling here, many places ISKCON does Rath Yatra festivals. So when we are pulling the Rath, our mood while the mood and the meditation while pulling the Rath should be, hey Krishna, we are bringing you to the gopis who are in Vrindavan. So we are taking you to the Vrindavan, to the gopis, so that you can exchange love with them, and that is what gives the Lord more pleasure. That is what gives the Brajavasis more pleasure. So with that mood, we are assisting the gopis, bringing Krishna to Vrindavan. So that is our mood when we pull the Rath. So in the same mood, also in Jagannath Puri, Vasis also pull the Rath from the Jagannath Mandir to Gundicha temple. So don't think that Rath Yatra is happening on the roads. It's a of course it's not, they are not normal roads, grand road. We say Lord uh, is pulled in the grand road, but actually it is not on the road. The Lord is being pulled in the hearts of gopis, with lots of spiritual emotions and ecstasies, exhibiting their highest form of love for Krishna. So, with this meditation and with this bhav intention, everyone should pull the Rath of Jagannath towards Vrindavan. So, what happens now in externally in the you like how I mean, till yesterday I have told that Brahma has installed the deities of Jagannath. Then how this Rath Yatra took place. So after deities uh, were made by Vishwakarma, we all know the story where the Vishwakarma disappears as soon as the doors gets opened, and Indradumna Maharaj will become morose, and then Narada Muni comes and he tells that I have seen the same form of the deities in their ecstatic bhav, in the full Mahabhav in Dwaraka. And so these are the proper deities. These are the actual deities, the merciful form of the Lord. This is so. This needs to be installed. So at that point of time, we all know that the king Indradumna will also try to he will build a temple, Jagannath Mandir, so that when the deities get installed, then these deities will be moved to the Jagannath Mandir temple. So when this carving was happening, like Vishwakarma was doing the carving, it was done on the Vedi, like in one of the platforms which we discussed yesterday. So it was done on, it was there on the Vedi. Then later on, after like when Indradumna Maharaj he's is building the temple for Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. That time again Vishwakarma comes back. He reappears. He comes back to the place and he makes 3 golden chariots. Three golden chariots he makes, one for Jagannath, another for Baladev, another for Subhadra. And this Jagannath Rath is called as Nandi Ghosh, and Baladev Rath is called Taladhvaj, and Subhadramai is called Padmadhvaj. And then after when Indradumna Maharaj comes back after meeting, after inviting Brahmadev along with the Lord Brahma and Narada, when they all come back, uh, they want to install the deities. When they were before installing the deities have to be brought to the temple of Jagannath Mandir. That time, the Raja will, the king Indradumna will, he will ascend these deities, and he will bring those deities from that Mahavedi where Vishwakarma has carved the deities onto these to the temple, to the temple platform, in the Rath, that in those 3 chariots which was made by Vishwakarma. So that's how the first Rath Yatra took place. So this was this happened in the which Manvantara? Yesterday I told you, one of the Manu's time, 17th Manvantara. Who was that Manu? Anybody remember? Okay, it is Sarochisha Manu. So during his reign of Manvantara, the Rath Yatra took place. So now, like today, the Rath Yatra happens from Jagannath Mandir to Gundicha Temple, which is actually Gundicha Devi's palace. But now, like in today's age, it is a temple. It is not the palace anymore. So this Rath Yatra has started on the like the Lord. You all yesterday also I have told that the Lord's deities, the Jagannath deities, were installed on Jyeshta Purnima, right? Like after bathing the deities, the Snan Purnima happened on Jyeshta Purnima. Again, when Brahmaji, like when the Indradumna comes back again, um, then the day when he comes back, when the deities come also, that also happens on Jyeshta Purnima only. So the Rath Yatra also happened on the Jyeshta Purnima. Okay, so that was in another what do you call another millennium. So it's in another millennium because so many years would have passed on the earth. So once after the installation is done, the Brahmaji, offers prayers and does arti to the Lord. And first arti is done, and elaborate preparations were offered to the Lord Jagannath and Baldev and Subhadra Mahi. After that, Lord Brahma requests uh, Jagannath ji to give instructions to King Indradumna on how he should be worshipped. So the Jagannath himself talks to Indradumna, the king Indradumna, and he tells how he would like to be worshipped in that Jagannath Mandir. So he says that, yeah, as you all know that, the Lord comes in the dream and tells uh, Indradumna Maharaj one day before the installation that, he has to be bathed. So for bathing also, there's one well dug inside inside that Jagannath Mandir near the Rohini Kund. And the Lord says that the water from that kund only has to be used from that well only has to be used, not the kund. Near the kund there is a well which is dug, and that water has to be used for bathing the Lord Jagannath. So water, they all fetch the Brahma, all the demigods, they come, and there's so many devotees of the Lord, they all fetch the water from the well and they fill it in the gold colors, and then that is used for doing Abhishek to the Lord. So till today, that well is still there. When you go to the Jagannath Mandir, next day of Rath Yatra, after that, we all can go and see Jagannath Mandir. So whoever is coming for the first time, if anybody has already seen, it's okay. But this well is still available in the campus of Jagannath Mandir temple, and even till today, the same thing is been followed. The same custom is followed that for Snani Yatra, they fetch the water from that well, and everyone will do the Abhishek. Then the Lord instructed the king that, after Abhishek, for 15 days, no one should be given darshan. This period is called, yesterday we discussed, it is called Anavasar period. So Acharyas say that during this Anavasar period, in the pretext of, Jagannath being sick, actually he spends his time with Lakshmi Devi in seclusion. This is what Acharyas mentioned that. And then after 15 days, the Netrotsav festival happens, which I described yesterday already. That the Lord, the first darshan, and then he will be painted nicely and he will be decorated with very nicely because he wants to go out the next day. Hmm? And they paint him again with natural colors. Hmm? So after that, he hugs all the devotees, and then after this, when the Lord comes out the next day, when the Lord is coming out, that procession is called Pahandi Vijay. So before we speak about the Pahandi Vijay, so Maharaj Indradumna also like there like once the worship once the installation happened, when um, uh, after the Lord speaks to the elaborately explains, how he need to be worshipped, how he has to be worshipped. Then Lord Jagannath, accepts. He asks King Indrajumna, because of his love and devotion, because of his efforts that has been, that Indrajumna Maharaj has taken to install the deities. The Lord becomes very pleased. So he will ask for a boon. So he will ask, like, if you have any, what do you need as a blessing from me? So then Indrajumna Maharaj says that, he says that I don't want the doors of your temple be closed. It should be only closed for 3 hours. So even till today, the temple doors gets closed. When the Lord goes to sleep, no one knows. So only when Nidra Devi, when the Lord directs the Nidra Devi, then the Nidra Devi comes out and she sees, because all throughout, see, during the daytime, all these pandas and the priests and everyone does the worship to the Lord Jagannath. But during the evening time, all the demigods from celestial planets, they all come to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, even till today. And if you speak to the pandas who are very closely worshipping the Jagannath, right? They will also mention this, because they have experienced many times that when they are walking out, they would feel the gush of someone pushing them. So they would think, I mean, many times, like, I know one panda, so he said that, I have experienced that, somebody has pushed me and went in, but when I saw that there was nobody, but it is just the somebody from the celestial being would have come. So they come, they do elaborate worship, they also do arti, they offer so many things to the Lord. And once everything is done, actually Nidra Devi comes out of the Garbhagudi, and then she will wait and she will check everywhere who is there, and if anybody is there, anyone else is pending to take darshan of the Lord Jagannath. So she will see and she will not go out. I mean, there's an indication that comes to the people who brought Nidra Devi out. So until she gives an indication, until then the doors of the temple are opened. After that, uh, she goes back, and then the doors of the temple gets closed and they switch off the lights. So this is also till today, this custom is followed. And during normal days you can go and witness this. It is, for all of us, in front of us only, all these rituals happens, and you can see that. Okay, it's not anything secretly that they do it. So here Indrajumna Maharaj asked for two blessings. One is like, that the doors of the temple should be closed only for 3 hours, and the rest of the time the Lord should be constantly uh, be offered naivedyam. Okay, the food offerings. So he does not want the Lord's hand to become dry. Mm. So Jagannath ji spontaneously accepts this request of Indrajumna Maharaj, and after this, Jagannath ji again asks King Indrajumna that, you ask a boon for yourself. All these things will help the devotees who come to take my darshan. But I want to give something for you personally. So then the king will ask that, um, l- he will ask for the boon that, no one should claim this temple, Jagannath Mandir, as their own property in the future. And they say that, and he also asked that he should not have any children, so that there is no descendant. There is no one who is, no inheritance to that temple. That's how a pure devotee Indrajumna Maharaj is. After that, now we will discuss about Pahandi Vijay. So after that, what happens is, um, now during the Pahandi Vijay, they come from the Vedi one day before itself. They come down, and first, like, they will be given a payee. Yesterday I described that. Uh, it's a transcendental liquor, from coconut. In the coconut, they add the camphor, and the Lord will be in very much in spiritual ecstatic emotions that, he is going out. He's going to Vrindavan. He's going to go and see his he's going to meet the gopis, he's going to meet the cowherd boys. So he's very, very happy. So in that mood, of a joyful mood, the Lord is in his unmad, they will say, right? Like, in his ecstatic, highest spiritual emotions he will be. So at that point of time, like, first Baladev will come. So the many devotees participate in this procession, and when the Lord comes out or to ascend onto the Ratha, actually, along with the Lord's paraphernalia also they will bring. In suitcases, so you can see this. Even if anybody is watching in would have watched or want to watch, they can watch live in Doordarshan. In so many channels they telecast live, and you can see that they'll bring lots takya, they will bring the asan, they will bring they will also put the servants also, they will give as an ashirvad also sometimes onto normal people, common people also they will put. So the Lord's paraphernalia will come, and a lot of boxes, in suitcases they arrange a lot of paraphernalia of the Lord, and they bring everything along with. So when we go for excursion, how we go with some dresses and whatever is required, right? So it's similarly for the Lord also, they will make all these arrangements. And because the Lord is going out and he is not in his actual senses, he is so much in joyous mood. So the devotees also tie him with the rope which is made of cloth, so that he will not get hurt. So first Baladev comes out, then Sudarshan comes out, because he has to give protection to Subhadrami. So then Subhadra Devi comes out. So when Baladev comes out also, this all they with lot of pomp, so many musical instruments, people will be dancing. They do different kinds of noises were made to welcome the Lord. In a very, very pompous way, the Lord is brought out. But for Subhadramai, she's a lady, and ladies are not supposed to dance in front of. She's a female. Being a female, she cannot dance in front of everyone, right? So that's why the pandas, they lift her and bring. They literally lift her like that, and then bring her. They will not make her dance. Hmm? So at the end, the Jagannath comes. So then when the Jagannath is coming, actually he is in transcendental ecstasy, and because of this, like, the Lord is because he's thinking of Vrindavan, Vrajavasis, and all that. He actually he tries to become unconscious. So then the pandas, they keep telling to the Lord that, hey Khaliya, Khaliya utho, you get up. This is not the time to become unconscious. Don't go to sleep. Get up. Let us go to Vrindavan. Hearing this Vrindavan name, again the Lord becomes joyful, and then he starts walking. Huh? And then they just give a direction to the Lord. Actually, the Lord himself walks. If you see, Baladev and Jagannath, they are walking themselves. The Pandas will say that, we are not pulling, we are not making the Jagannath, we are not bringing the Jagannath. Actually, Jagannath is walking and we are just assisting Jagannath. Who is bringing? Actually, they say that, Lord Jagannath is only bringing us. That we can't understand. Only those devotees, when they are saying it will, we can understand. But we can see from the eyes. If you see with the eyes of faith and with love to the Lord, and you can actually see that how Lord is walking. And sometimes, just to give him direction, they will tell, the pandas will, with the sticks, they will give a direction to the Lord. So when they are giving the direction to the Lord, sometimes the Lord goes somewhere else. Even though he's been given a proper direction, he just goes somewhere else. Why? Because it is Supreme Lord. He has his own will. And if any devotee on the way of this Pahanti Vijay, if anybody is calling, actually Jagannath turns back. So many times this has happened. Whoever has witnessed Pahanti Vijay, especially inside the temple, this is the one of the episode that the beautiful exchange that happens between the Lord and the devotees, that we can witness it first hand. So many times the devotees who are standing on the, on the kitchen top of the kitchen floor and other side, they all actually uh, they they shout, Jagannath, Jagu, 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 and then suddenly the Lord is going down, and then suddenly he turns back. He gives his darshan to the devotees who are calling him out. So that's how the Lord Jagannath, very, very merciful he is. Hmm. So once the Lord comes out, and the Lord will will get onto the Rath. As I said, like the Jagannath Rath is called Nandi Ghosh, and then there will be Jai Vijay as the guardians, and Daruka is the chariot driver for that chariot. So there are 16 wheels to the chariot of Jagannath, and it's about 40 feet height from the ground. And one important information here is, like, when the ratha is made out of wood, that fussy wood which we discussed yesterday, when the ratha is made, that ratha is not like to hold the wood. We usually, what do we do? The carpenters use the nails, right? The iron nails. But here the iron nails are not used. It's only the wooden nails are used. They make with the wooden only, and they make the rath. There's not even one iron nail on the rath. And then you can imagine, like, if you see, you would all have seen that Prabhuji was showing just before the class also. So many devotees will be there already sitting on the top of it, and then many devotees pull it, and nothing happens to the rath. Hmm? That's how it is. It is being built, it is being made. And this Jagannath's Rath is adorned with red and yellow canopies. Okay, so when you see red and yellow canopies, Rath, then you should identify that that is Jagannath's Rath. And whereas Baladeva Rath is called Taladhwaj, and it has 14 wheels, and it is 47 feet height from the ground, and it is covered in red and green canopies. Hmm. And who is the chariot? A chariot driver? Mathali is the chariot driver. And for Subhadramai, it's a Padmadhwaj. It is called Padmadhwaj, and it has 12 wheels, and it is decorated with a red and black canopy. So Arjuna is the chariot driver of that Rath. And along with this, there are many things. Many things will be there on the Rath. Even there are 9 presiding deities are installed on the Rath, and they will be worshipped also before the Rath Yatra takes place. And there's a custom called Chera Pehra. Chera Pehra that happens once the Lord Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra Mai comes and sits in the, when they come onto the Rath, they will be tied to a stick, wooden stick, because Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai, they are not in their proper consciousness to stand on their own. They're actually in a very happy, jolly mood. Like, no one can keep them stand still. So they are not in a standstill situation, so they will be tied to on the rath, they are tied to the to one of the sticks at the back. So that's how they get balance. And then Lord Jagannath Baldev, when they're standing, there's lakhs and lakhs of devotees. It is said that for Rath Yatra festival, around 15 lakhs of devotees come from different places. And on the day of Rath Yatra, 15 lakhs devotees will be there. At the end of the Rath Yatra, like the same day, 10 lakhs people will go off. Even though the Rath has reached the Gundija, whether it has reached Gundija or if it has not reached, still the devotees leave, and the next day the remaining part of the Rath will be pulled by the devotees who were there at that point of time. So now, before the Rath is being pulled, at that time the king of Orissa, Gajaraj, he comes in a palanquin in a very majestic way. Actually, from his palace is not very far. It's very close to the Jagannath Mandir. It is on the right side only. When you go there, you all can see also his palace. So when this there's a story to it. This was like coming from Raja Purushottam Dev time, like from when many centuries back. Uh, this custom is being followed. So once the Purushottam Dev, the King Purushottam Dev, he comes with the golden broom, and this is being followed even till today. He comes with the golden broom, and he goes onto the top of the rath, and first he cleans the rath on the top with this golden broom in the mood of a servant of the Lord. Okay, and then after that, uh, like he goes to all the three ruts, and he sweeps the three ruts, and then again he offers arti, and then he circumambulates the three deities, and after that he comes down, and then again he sweeps the path where the Rath Yatra takes place, the whole path where the Lord Rath being pulled, that with a golden broomstick. So this is what is the ritual happens, and after that actual Rath is being pulled by the common people. So the pastime behind this sweeping, Chera Pera is like, there's one sweet pastime is that Raja Purushottam Dev, when he comes, like he was not married at that time. When he comes to sweep the rath, sweep in front of the Lord's rath. So actually, he was just 1 year before this Rath Yatra. He was engaged to a South Indian, to the daughter of the South Indian king, the king of Kalinga by name Salivo Narasimha. So his daughter Padmavati was engaged to Purushottam Dev, and then during engagement itself, the king invites the father to the Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. So, but because Saliva Narasimha, that during the Rath Yatra time he was unwell, so he sends his prime minister to attend the function. So when the prime minister was attending that function, he sees that the prince is coming in is wearing a normal robe, normal clothes, and he comes there and he sweeps the road. So actually, by seeing this, it's actually the sweeping the road is a signifies the humility of the king actually. So many people around all the citizens actually glorify it, but the prime minister did not like it. He did not. He thought that the king is sweeping like a street sweeper. How can this person is eligible to become a son-in-law to my king? So he doesn't say anything there. He After the festival is over, he goes back and he narrates the story to the Salivo Narsimha. When he comes to know when the king hears there, the South India king, the Kalinga king hears, he feels very morose, and he at once he decides that no, I'm not going to give my daughter to the street sweeper. So he sends a message saying that I'm not going to give my daughter to you, and the engagement is called off. So by hearing this, Purushottam Dev becomes very, very angry. He thinks that he feels like, Arey, this is a seva that is being done for the Lord, but they are thinking that I'm a street sweeper. So he becomes very, very angry, and in that rage of anger, he takes all his battalion, and he wages war against the King Kalinga. So when he goes there, actually, unfortunately, what happens, like the king could king gets defeated. And first time in his life, the Purushottam Dev gets defeated in the war with the King Kalinga, and then he will come back. So when he comes back, he is feeling very, very morose, and he's thinking, how will I show my face to Lord Jagannath? With those thoughts, he was crying. He was feeling so much morose in his heart. At that time, he encounters a sage who is sitting close, on the way. So he goes to the sage and he asks, so what is it actually happened? Why Lord Jagannath did this to me? Why Jagannath did not give mercy? Why did I was not why I got defeated in this war? Why Lord Jagannath blessings is not there? So that's when the sage says that, before you went to wage the war, did you take the blessings and permission of Lord Jagannath? He says, no, that is where you made mistake. So now you don't feel sad. You go back and you go and take darshan of the Lord and ask for his blessings. And with his instructions, you go and again wage a war. So this time, like he feels very bad actually. So he goes back to the Lord Jagannath and he falls at the feet of Lord Jagannath and he says that, he cries out that I'm so sorry for making this mistake, that I did not come and take your blessings, which is most important thing which I forgot to do, and because of that I got very severely defeated. So he was feeling so morose. At that time Jagannath talks to him. Jagannath tells, don't worry, now you again regain your strength, and then collect all your soldiers, and then again you now let us go to wage a war. This time myself along with me, my brother Baladev will also come to help you in the war. So we will see how he will not get defeated. So the King Purushottam Dev becomes very, very happy, and this word soon spreads all over the kingdom. And even the children and the old people, they also wants to participate in this war. So everyone assembles, and then they start marching towards King Kalinga again for the war. So at that point of time, while they were marching towards the South India, again to fight a war against the king of Kalinga, um, in the mind of Purushottam Dev, there's still a little bit of doubt that arises, that the Lord told he will come along with his brother. Really Jagannath and Baladev will come? So he has little bit of doubt in his heart. So at that point of time, the Lord understands that he needs to mm, clear the doubts of the king. Then he tells to the actually Jagannath and Baladev, they come in two horses. Jagannath is on the white horse, and Baladev, being white, he is on the black horse. So these two horses, they were sitting on these two horses, and then Jagannath says to Baladev, let us go first. That in front of like march far, ahead of all these people. So they go ahead of all these people, and behind the Lord, the king is coming along with his entourage. And then after going a little distance, after crossing a few miles, Jagannath feels very thirsty. Baladev and Jagannath, they feel very, very thirsty. So there they see at one point of time, there's one lady called a Manika, very, very old lady. She's sitting and selling the buttermilk. So these two soldiers go to that lady, and they say that, we are very thirsty. So with so much of love and affection, she gives them the buttermilk, and they drink the buttermilk. And then the lady will ask for the golden coins for the buttermilk. But then Lord Jagannath does not have any gold coins. So he says that, okay, he will take out his ring, and then he will say that, you take this ring and you give it to my what is that? Like my king Purushottam Dev is coming behind, and when he passes by, you show this ring to him and take the gold coins. You give back this ring to him, and then you take your gold coins. Then she says, okay. So she's waiting, 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 and then after some time, King Purushottam Dev comes, and then she goes and she stops the king, and she says that, there were two people who came. I gave them to your two soldiers, I gave them buttermilk, and they gave me this ring and asked me to take money from you. So by seeing that ring, the king will understand that, oh, this is the ring of Lord Jagannath himself. So Jagannath and Baladev has gone already ahead of us. So that's how he comes to know that, okay, the Lord is there. Lord is accompanying them in this war. So then what happens? They go, and by the time the King Purushottam Dev comes, already King Kalinga has been defeated, and then King Purushottam Dev, he takes over all the wealth of the king. He confiscates the whole entire kingdom, and then he arrests the king Kalinga and also the daughter Padmavati. And what he does is he gives that daughter Padmavati to the prime minister, to his prime minister, means to King Purushottam Dev's prime minister, and he tells to him that um, uh, thinking me as a sweet sweeper, they rejected me to get married to this lady. You keep this lady with you, and then you find a very perfect, a best street sweeper in our country and in our kingdom, and then get her married. Uh, get the Padmavati married to him. So then the prime minister takes the Padmavati with him, and then without anybody's knowledge, he keeps her in secrecy. He maintains secrecy, and then he keeps her at one place, giving her all facilities, whatever is required. And then after the next year, when the Rath Yatra comes, then when as usual, the ritual is happening, the ritual of sweeping the street for the Lord with the golden broom. When that happens, at that point of time, the prime minister brings that Padmavati, and he says to the King Purushottam Dev that you told me to find a perfect street sweeper for her, and get her married to that boy. So I have found the perfect street sweeper, and that person is none other than you. And then Purushottam Dev smiles and accepts this Padmavati in her marriage. And then to this Purushottam Dev and Padmavati, they give birth to King Prataparudra. You all must be knowing. We all heard this name in Chaitanya Charitamrita. During the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, King Prataparudra was present, and he has many he has facilitated many devotees who are coming from Bengal to Jagannath Puri during the Rath Yatra, during the visit to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath. So he was instrumental. He got even the the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although he was denied, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being a sannyasi, he does not wanted to meet anybody in the royal order. But with the humility, he won the heart of by the humility of Prataparudra, he won the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and got the supreme blessings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. So he's coming from that lineage actually. So this Chera Bhaira is a ritual which represents the humility of the king. So we see through this pastime, we also see a very, very pure devotee of the Lord, who is none other than King Prataparudra is also is born there. So when this like we all know that there is a Rath Yatra, the procession of the deities takes place in many of the temples, right? All over the India, you see that, even in Udupi, the Lord is being brought out. Even Brahmotsav happens, even in Tirumala also, the Lord comes out for a procession. In Guruvayur, the Lord comes out. Every place, the Lord comes out. But we never hear a Moola Vigraha, from the Garbhagudi, the deities comes out personally to give darshan to the devotees. That never happens. It only happens only with Jagannath. That proves how Jagannath is so merciful. It is said that we all know that Jagannath has a big eyes, right? And there is a red color, like line, that circular line for Jagannath that you see. That's a red, black, and then white. You can see that is the acharyas say that is the karuna, the mercy of the Jagannath. Is, see, we may become very tired taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, but Jagannath does not get tired in giving mercy to his devotees. So that part is actually merciful nature of the Lord, that represents the merciful nature of the Lord. With that merciful eyes, he is bestowing the mercy to all lakhs and lakhs of devotees who are coming to who are coming to take darshan of the deities. Sometimes even if we miss out the darshan, the Lord will not miss out seeing us. That's how merciful the Lord is. So whoever is going for Rath Yatra, so please be prepare yourself in this mood. Like when you are seeing the Lord, you should meditate with so much love and affection towards the Lord. And these Jagannath Puri Vasis also, they are very special people. Like only to the special people there will be an entrance in the dham. They are born in the dham because of their, so many, so much of pious credits they have accumulated, and they have done pious activities, and they have developed that love for the Lord. Otherwise, it's not possible to be born as a dham vasi. And it is said that the Lord himself says that these Jagannath Puri, the Vrajavasis in Jagannath Puri, they actually, they are in the, from the demigods, when they see from the top, they actually see them in the 400 form. They don't see them as our, as like us, as a normal 200 people, living entities. No, they see them as a 400 form, in the form of 400 form. So they are very, very dear to the Lord. So, sometimes they may be harsh. So that's why it is said that when you go to the dhams, so please be careful with the pandas, even if they behave differently than what we expect. So don't get offended and just ignore. Don't do any offense over there, and don't take any offense because we don't understand, the devotees. We don't have that kind of understanding also. Okay, so this Grand Road where the Rath Yatra takes place, it is called in Odia, they call it as Badodanda. So the Lord Rath Yatra, when the Rath Yatra is first Baladev Rath is pulled, and after that Subhadramai is pulled, and then at the end Jagannath Rath comes. So with lot of Jai Ghosh and pomp, the Rath is being pulled. So there are four. It is said that um, if you if anybody dies um, under the chariot wheels of Rath during the Rath Yatra, they will go back to Vaikunta. So, with that pretext, and many devotees, many Odia people, earlier or in many years back, like for a long time, like they would, when they feel that they were useless, and they were not being taken care by their children and all that, they would come for Rath Yatra, especially uh, to die under the chariot of Jagannath. So, observing this, now the government has made a very strict rule. So, um, they have made four ropes to the rath. So, two in the middle and two on the outside. So, the two ropes which are outside is only for the common people. The two in the middle, only police and military people will pull those ropes. And it is said that whoever touches the rope of the Rath, they also become liberated. They also go back to the Vaikunta. So, like, but because to constrain these deaths, so the first two, the middle two ropes are not been allowed for the common people. So, as the Rath Yatra procession is taking place, um, uh, Actually, the Rath is pulled in one direction, but Rath goes in another direction. You can observe this even in the TV. If you see it, you can very clearly know, because the Lord goes in his own direction. So it has been the custom, it is being used now. When you see a grand road, it's a very, very broad and wide road. Why it has become so broad and wide? Because every time the Lord is being pulled, the Jagannath, most of the crowd will be there for the Jagannath's chariot only. So when the Jagannath Rath is being pulled, the devotees are pulling, in a straight, pulling the Rath straight, but Jagannath would go in a different direction and would go and hit in, one of the shop. And wherever the shop gets hit, the shop would get dismantled and government gives a compensation. And then that from that shop onwards, the road gets extended again. So they would make the road broad, and now the road became very, very broad. There are few places where Jagannath ji stops on the way. First one is like Balagandi. So there's a place, this place, they offer a lot of boga to the Lord, thinking that the Lord is going to travel, and during travel he may become hungry. So they give there. And then another one stop is at like different places the Rati stopped. One is at this Balgandi and another place is at Salbeg. So there's a his samadhi is there. He's also one of the very great and staunch unwavered devotee of the Lord, who has unwavered devotion towards the unwavering devotion towards the Supreme Lord, towards Jagannath. If time permits, I will also share that story of Sal Beg. But before that, we'll end this Rath Yatra Utsav. So here, after that, the Rath also stops at Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, every year, and they take the offerings over there. And then once, if the before the sunset, if all the three Raths reaches Gundicha, it is okay. But if it doesn't reach at the sunset, wherever the chariots are, till wherever they have been pulled, they are kept there itself. So that night the Lord will stay there, and the next day morning again they pull the Rath to the Gundicha. So once he reaches the Gundicha, the Lord will stay there one night, and the um, next day evening they will again Pahandi takes place, where the Lord descends from the Rath and enters into the Gundicha temple. So before the one day before the Rath Yatra, the Gundicha Marjanam happens. The cleaning of the whole temple. They clean the whole temple, because the Lord is going to come. So the devotees from different parts of the world, without any caste, creed, nothing, no partialities at all. So everybody impartial. Everyone can come and clean the whole temple. Usually, earlier days, they used to bring the water from the Indradumna Sarovar, but nowadays there are some bore wells inside the temple premises only. So they use that water, and then they clean the whole temple, every nook and corner of the temple. And in fact, the devotees will also use their own clothes to wipe the Vedi, the platform, the floor, and everything. And maybe next week we will also discuss on the Gundicha Varshanam, how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how did he perform this pastime in Gundicha before the Rath Yatra. So when once the Lord goes inside the Gundicha Mandir, then the Lakshmi Devi comes to know. Till then she was unaware that the Lord went away with his brother and the sister. So when she comes to know, she becomes very angry, that without informing me, how the Lord can go out. So she comes to Gundicha with her assistants, and then this ritual used to happen during the day in those days. But nowadays, this celebration happens in the night. So Jagannath, when the Lakshmi Devi is coming in anger, Jagannath is being informed that Lakshmi Devi is coming in anger to meet him, and actually she comes to ask him, why did you leave me and go? How come you did not tell me? So she wanted to ask these questions, but Jagannath tells to the pujaris that as soon as the Lakshmi Devi comes, you give this garland. He gives his own garland for the Lakshmi Devi, and he says that you just close the temple doors. So even before Lakshmi Devi enters into the temple, the pujaris will give the garland of Jagannath, and they closes the temple doors. So when Lakshmi Devi comes there, when she sees, she becomes more angry. Then what she will do in that out of anger, she'll say, "Okay, I will also see how Lord Jagannath will return when he returns to Jagannath Mandir. I will see how he will enter inside the temple." Hmm. And then she, out of anger, what she will do, you all know that there will be a blade um, which will be used to attach the wheels together intact. So she removes that and she breaks that ari. It is called ari. So she breaks that ari so that Lord cannot come back to Jagannath Mandir in the chariot. So how he can come back? She wants to see. And then she goes to actually Lakshmi Devi is in charge of kitchen in Jagannath Mandir. So when she goes back, she returns to Jagannath Mandir. She's so much angry, in her anger, that she breaks there are 700 chulas. Chulas means which are made out of mud stoves in the kitchen, in the Jagannath Mandir kitchen. So she breaks all those chulas, so that Jagannath will not get bhog at all. So she wants to see how when he returns back, how he will eat prasad. So then after 3 to 4 days, the Jagannath stays there, and then again there is an ulta rath that happens. In the return Rath Yatra, this happens on the day of Dashami. That is called Bahuda Yatra. So usually Gaudiya Sampradaya devotees won't attend this festival because we are supposed to be assistants of Srimati Radharani. So we will only assist Srimati Radharani, helping her in bringing Krishna to Vrindavan, not separate Krishna from Srimati Radharani back to Dwaraka. So that's the mood. Because of that mood, we don't participate. But for the Ulta Rath, not so much rush will not be there. Not lakhs of people will not be there, but devotees come to participate in that. And then on the way back, the Rath is stopped at a place called, yesterday I told one of the Parvati's deities name, Arthasari Devi. Near her temple, the Rath will be stopped and the Bhoga is offered to the Lord. And then second place, the Rath will stop at Raja Pratap Rudra's palace. And then both the king and the queen, they come and they circumambulate the Lord. So that night, when the Lord Jagannath Mandir comes, when the Lord Jagannath Balde Subhadramai comes and he halts in front of Jagannath Mandir, that night, whole night, the Lord, the Lord stays on the at that night outside, because the doors of the temple is closed. Lakshmi Devi comes and sees, oh, you have come, I will not allow you to come inside. So she closes the doors of the temple. So main door on the face of Jagannath. So Jagannath becomes very morose, and then Subhadramai and Balaram, they becomes very stunned and they don't know what to do, because they don't want to interfere between wife and husband. So they all stay outside. So that night, all the Vrajavasis, all the Puri Vasis, and the king, everyone, they come. Whole night, there's a festivity of circumambulation of the Lord happens. So even till today, many people gather there and they perform different kinds of prayers. Whether it is it's in rain, if it is not raining, whatever, they all stand there and they worship. And then the whole night, all the sevaks of Jagannath, they come together and they make a plan they will think of a plan or a solution to make Lakshmi Devi pacified. So they were all thinking how Lakshmi Devi can be pacified. So they think that okay, they get one idea, and next day is Dashami, next day is Ekadashi. So on the day of Ekadashi, they decide to decorate the Lord in the sonar vesh. Sonar vesh is nothing but they decorate the Lord with the golden ornaments. So whole everything is golden only. Everything is in the with the golden ornaments. The Lord is beautifully decorated. Even his uh, helmet is made of gold. His kamarpatta is made of gold. His belt on the waist belt is made of gold. He's been decorated with the necklaces which are gold. He will be kept feet. He has a feet, golden feet, and golden hands are kept in the Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai. They look so beautiful. They're very well decorated. But what happens when somebody is being decorated like a dulha? They will feel very happy, right? But Jagannath is not happy. He does not know whether this plan will work out or not. So he is still in anxiety whether Lakshmi Devi will allow me to come inside or not. So along with that, there is this other Pani Utsav happens. So other Pani Utsav is like they bring a very big, around 10 feet big uh, clay pot that they bring, and they make they fill that with water, and they make a payee, the same thing, the payee they make there, and they offer that to the Lord. So it all these rituals happens right in front of a common people, means like on the rath, on the rath it happens, and everyone can see it, everyone can witness it. It is not that it is done in a secrecy. So actually, along with the rath, I forgot to tell you people that when the Lord comes onto the rath, along with the Garbhagudi, the main deities, the Lord's Utsav deities also comes. So the Utsav deities are also present on the Rath. Okay, not only just these deities, but for other festivals, the Utsav deities goes out. Only for Ratha Yatra, the main deities will come out. But other times, the Utsav deities only will go for all the other rituals, for all other festivals. So, coming back here, to like the pandas have to, the priest has to climb, with a ladder. They will climb this big pot, and they make this adara pani, and then they offer it to the Lord, and they offer prayers, and the dham bosses during the time. They actually in Jagannath Puri, right? Like they shut down their shops. All of them, they shut down their shops, and they come to attend this festival. So the Lord is decorated for like in the sonar wish for about 1 to 1.5 hours. He is being decorated, and after the full decoration is completed, then Lakshmi Devi, she comes out just to see what's happening outside. So when she comes out from the top of the Jagannath Mandir, she takes darshan of the Lord. So as soon as she sees the Lord in that sonar vesh, she becomes totally pacified. She will think that, oh, Lord is taking so much of trouble, and he is decorated so well for me, to please me, to pacify me. So she becomes she cools down, and seeing her like Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadramai will understand that okay, now she has been cooled. They notices that the Lakshmi Devi is pacified. So first Subhadra Devi enters inside the Jagannath Mandir, then comes Baladev, and then finally Lakshmi Devi comes to take Jagannath along with her. So that this is how the whole Rath Yatra takes place. How the Lord comes outside and then goes to Gundicha, and he stays there. And it is also said that in Gundicha, when the devotees are offering the bhog to the Lord, the prasad, the Mahaprasad of the Lord Jagannath is more tastier because that is very special. It is said that even though whatever Jagannath Prasad that you eat in Anand Bazar in Jagannath Mandir is it's 10 to 20 times more tastier in Gundicha Mandir Prasad, because the mood of the devotees when they are making when there are different varieties which is not offered in Jagannath Mandir, those varieties will be offered over there. And when they are making all those preparations, they are making in the mood in the mood of Rajavasis, that the Lord likes this items, we need to offer this. So with that bhav, when the devotees offer, the Lord also becomes very happy, and he also accept very happily, and that prasad is very tasty. So all this happens, and then the Lord comes back and he gives the sonar vesh darshan to all the devotees on the Ekadashi day, and then he goes back to the temple inside. Okay, this is how the Ratha Yatra festival happens. Hope you all attended.
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, I have one question.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, you said that the demigods, from up, they see the Puri people, with in four-handed form. But
Yes,
then
yes.
it applies only to the Pandus or all the people in Puri?
No, it is for all the people who are born in Jagannath Puri.
Achha, okay. All the people who have visited, huh?
Not visited, Mataji, who is born. Who is born
Born,
in,
okay.
yeah, who is
Okay,
born.
Mataji.
The one who is visited, we are from outside, but they are Dhamvasis. So
Yeah.
Dhamvasis are, they will be, they are actually 400 forms.
Okay. So actually, in other words, Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, he's a Vishnu form, right? Because he's from
Jagannath is none other than Krishna only.
Yes. But then you said no, that he has a 400 form.
400 form is only the devotees, not the Jagannath. Jagannath is not in 400 form. The people who are living there, who has taken birth there,
Yes,
they
I
will
understood.
be.
I understood.
Means like they.
Mataji,
Sorry?
no, Mataji, one more you told Mulavar.
Moola Vigraha.
Moola Vigraha. What temple is there, Mataji? Sakshi Gopal. Moola Vigraha came along with devotees. Sakshi Gopal, the story.
Yeah. That is he came to give the witness. But I am telling that for the procession, you never see for processions, Moola Vigraha comes out in the Rath.
Yes,
You have seen in Udupi, the Rath Yatra happens. The Lord comes even in Ramachandra's.
Guruvayur also.
Yeah, Guruvayur also. Even Lord
All
Ram.
small vigrahas, Utsava vigrahas only will come, Mataji. Any temple.
Correct. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any other questions.
Mataji, wonderful class, Mataji.
Wonderful class, Mataji. We are dwelling in, still we feel that we are in Ratha Yatra mood.
Yes,
You are
Mataji.
taking,
We have so many things to hear. Next week also we will hear many.
Thank you so much,
Tomorrow
Mataji.
also do you have a class, Mataji? Tomorrow
there is no class, Mataji. Only Saturday,
next
Sunday.
Saturday
Next Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, next week then.
Mataji, Gundicha is Lord's auntie's house.
Yeah. I mean, like the Gundicha Devi is a wife of King Indradumna. So, but the Lord considers her as an aunt.
Okay, Mataji.
So, Mataji, what I want to I want to understand one thing. Now, this Snana Yatra happened, no, about few days back. After that, Jagannath and his brother and sister, they are taken to Gundicha, right?
No, not yet. They are still in the Jagannath Mandir only. They will be taken. Rath Yatra should happen, na? During
that day.
Rath Yatra.
Only on that day. They go there. And
Yeah,
how many
means
days?
sometimes no, actually it is only just in a 1 day, within 3 hours. See, if you all have, I don't know, if you go back during our COVID time, that time there was the devotees were not allowed, right? Only the pandas have taken pull the rath. That Rath Yatra festival has happened, so they pull the rath to Gundicha. So the pandas only were there, the localites only were there, and they were able to do it in 3 hours. Usually it will be done within 3 hours. But it's the will of the Lord. See, this pastime of Salbeg, which I wanted to tell, that is what I wanted to narrate, that, the Lord actually, if there are some devotees who are very, very dear, I mean, who are very close to Lord Jagannath and very dear to Lord Jagannath, and they wish to witness the Jagannath's Rath Yatra, that time, if they are unable to reach Jagannath Mandir, or if the Lord wants to wait for some reason, so the Lord's Rath will stop. And how many, like in the pastime of Salbeg, right? Even they try to pull the Rath with the elephants also. It is a very old pastime, many years back. But 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 then the Lord did not move at all, move an inch. Even the the king of Orissa was in trouble. Like, he did not understand what mistake they did. That Lord is not moving his Rath, because it's a ritual that he has to go to the Gundicha temple. So the Lord was waiting. Then he comes to the dream of the king and he says, "I'm waiting for my dear devotee to come for Rath Yatra." So that's how the Lord waits. So it is a will of the Lord. So sometimes the Lord goes very quickly. Sometimes the Lord, I have seen. Say personally, I had been there for several times. So several Rath Yatras I have attended, and some Rath Yatras on the same day the Lord will reach. And for some days, for in some years, that the Lord did not reach at all. That he just stood just halfway, midway. That's it. So it
So,
is
Mata,
up to the will of the Lord, actually.
yeah.
It's
In
not that we should
Gundicha,
not think that we are pulling and the Lord is coming. That is what I was telling. It is not that we are pulling, the Lord is coming.
No.
yes,
It's the the Lord decides whether he wants to be pulled, he wants to be taken or not.
yes, Mataji. And Mataji, in Gundicha temple, for how long he stays?
He usually stays for 3-4 days, not more than that. 3 days
Okay.
max, 3 days.
Yeah.
Because he is staying outside. The whole festival is for 9 days. So it is after Hera Panchami, he will stay for another 2 days and then he will return back.
Okay. So, Mataji, now that you had gone there so many times, you got the chance to pull the Ratha in spite of such a
Only
big
once. Once
so,
I did.
so fortunate.
Very good.
After that, I decided, because I know that it is. I mean, if you want to die, if you are prepared for that, then you can go. It was not so easy, especially for ladies.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
Mataji,
So,
you'll be
Yes, Mataji.
with us, Mataji, for trip.
sorry.
You'll be with us, Mataji. You will be with us, Mataji, for trip.
I'm also coming for Rath Yatra.
Yes,
This year.
Mataji.
Very good, Mataji.
Mataji, send us some, I will post some pictures and all that, the group.
Which pictures?
You take pictures and all that there.
No, I am not a picture lady at all. First of
No,
all, I
no.
don't take any pictures.
Some devotees don't take.
I believe in taking pictures from the heart and from the eyes. That's it. From the eyes, I'll take it to my mind and the heart. That's it.
Mataji, we want some darshan, that's fine.
We done the same thing, Mataji. Now you told the story of the Jagannath. We were
Yeah, through years.
mind and heart.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when we go
Yeah,
there, that's what this all these pastimes we are narrating, because to make you prepare, so that when you see the Lord, it's not through the selfies. Like when I went to see Sonarvesh, right? One time I went to take a Sonarvesh darshan of the Lord. People were so mad. The Lord is there in front of you in such a majestic darshan he is giving. People are only wanted to take selfie with the Lord.
Ayyo.
They don't want to take darshan of the Lord. And what you will do with that selfie?
Do they
You
allow?
take that's. Like that. It's just a line. When you're taking a darshan, it's in the line they will send you. There will be 3-4 lines. So in the 3-4 lines, they will send you to take darshan, because it's very huge, right? The Lord is visible. Lord is properly visible. But the people are so conscious of
So-
taking selfie, they are
So
taking
crazy.
pictures of the Lord, but they are not understanding that we should go to take the blessings of the Lord, to offer praise to the Lord, to give our heart. I mean, like, we have to offer our heartfelt praise to the Lord, so that we
Yeah.
progress in our devotional service. That is the main point. It is not that
Yeah.
we go there for our own enjoyment. We should give enjoyment to the Lord, first of all.
Mataji, we can bring prasada from home, Mataji, for Lord.
Yeah, that's what Prabhuji said.
Boga,
Yes,
boga.
yes. You can show boga there. Whatever you show, the Lord will
Yeah,
accept.
you can show that. Yeah, that was something.
That is
Maybe
possible.
we'll go next year, Mataji, with ICF.
Okay, no problem.
We'll
You
do
all can
Vrindavan and
see.
Kenya.
You can all see live also. You won't miss anything
Mataji,
actually.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
see that normally.
Mataji, are you also Damvasi, Mataji?
No. I am not Dhamvasi. So please bless me that I become a Dhamvasi.
Where you are staying, Mataji?
I am in actually Vrindavan.
Your narrating
No,
so
you are in
sweetly, Mataji.
Mataji, always in Dham. Vrindavan.
Not always in Dham. I am also going out of the Dham sometimes. So I'm not in Dham always.
No, most of the time I see whenever you come online, that you say I'm in the Dham, I'm in Vrindavan especially. So nice.
Hare Krishna, thank
You
you,
go
Mataji.
there often, Mataji?
Yes,
Thank you very much,
Mataji, I'm
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Thank you very
Mataji.
much for
Hare
the
Krishna.
excellent class,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavas
Hare Krishna,
Pranam.
Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranams, Mataji.
So we'll all meet
Yo namo namah.
next week.
Okay, Mataji, next week,
Okay,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.